I'm Howard Phillips Lovecraft, and today's question comes from a young viewer who wants to know if I could only save 5 of my stories, which would they be and why? Now, I'm often asked to rank my stories, to tell my favorite stories, and I always find this exercise challenging. Not because I view my stories as my children that I must choose between. No, I don't care much for children, but rather it's such a subjective exercise, both on a personal and a temporal scale. The stories that I might prefer on any given day shift and change with mood and diet. The story I might enjoy yesterday is not the story I could enjoy tomorrow. But this question actually makes things a little easier by raising the stakes. I'm not being asked to simply place the stories in a hierarchy, but being asked to save these stories. Which of my stories would I put on the lifeboat, and which one would I condemn to the deep and murky depths? And that is something I think I can answer. The first 3 were very easy to come to. They are The Dream Quest of Unknown Kadath, The Mountains of Madness, and The Case of Charles Dexter Ward. And the reason for these 3 is, well, very simple. They're my longest stories. They're the ones I spent the most time writing, and I don't want to see all of that energy and effort wasted. Besides, I think they offer a useful cross-section of the themes I enjoyed exploring. With Kadath, we have my Dunsanian attempt to explore my dreamscape, to look for those thin, permeable membranes between the worlds of the real and the worlds of the imagined. It also has Zooks, and who doesn't love Zooks? Mountains of Madness, on the other hand, is, if you'll forgive me, its polar opposite. It is cold and scientific, a survey of the deep history of this planet, the realization that mankind is not alone, and yet we are so small and insignificant in the face of the cosmic horror that surrounds us. And then Charles Dexter Ward allowed me to explore many personal themes. I got to talk about providence of blessed memory. I got to explore notions of dark family lineages. It was truly my most personal tale of the 3. Now, as for my 4th, this might surprise you, I would choose The Challenge from Beyond. This was a collaborative project I undertook with Catherine Moore, Abraham Merritt, Frank Belknap Long, and Robert E. Howard. Now, it was something of a exquisite corpse, the idea being that each of us would take turns writing where the other left off, and we would stitch together this tale of strange alien visitations and body swapping. And while it's not a work solely of my own, I think it does much to reflect how important collaboration was. Many people think about writing as a lonesome project, sitting down, being stuck in your own head, but truly, writing is a collaborative effort. Even the simple collaboration between writer and reader can't be ignored. And my own works were all influenced by the people around me. Indeed, many of my writings were done as revision work or as ghost writing, and this story, I think, helps reflect that communal relationship which was so important to me. As for my 5th book, if you haven't guessed it by now, it is, of course, Sweet Ermengarde. For no other reason than I think it would be the easiest to adapt for bingeable streaming television. Netflix and Hulu, you have my number. As always, I'm Howard Phillips Lovecraft. Thank you.